Yeah, yeah. What they saying? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine.
Welcome to the H.G.R.G podcast. It's episode 45. We got something special going today. You see the cigars, you see the champagne. Lori, show them yours. I'm telling you right now, we're bringing it to you. Listen, guys, nothing that we do, is going to be not transparent. Always going to be transparent. Lori came through today. She's going to tell you why, what, where, how, the whole nine, and we're going to get right to it. So today, on this episode, from our mouths to your ears, we're going to have Lori, our first what, DT? Our first what?
First female empowerment, minorities, female minority, and also at the end of the day, did I say female?
You just say female. We got a lot of guys coming through here that are alumni.
Let me say it again.
No reason to drink, man. I'm waiting for the drink.
You just ready to drink already.
Look, you got some cup? You got some cup?
Can we drink on the job?
Yeah, of course. Because hey, listen, H.G.R.G sent Lori a bottle to salute her.
On the bottle.
Yeah, and we wanted her to pop that bottle on this episode because she deserves every bit of that. Please, if you don't mind, Lori, pop that bottle, pour yourself a glass.
Absolutely.
Let's take a sip.
Yes, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Right. Let it pop. Let's see. Listen, pop it.
I didn't say I was going, bro, but I'm cheers, bro.
Hey.
Oh man.
Oh, get it.
Show the strength.
Doing the H.G.R.G gym.
Oh man, this is not working out like I thought.
Don't worry, Lord. I'll wait.
Okay, good. All right.
While she popping that bottle, Lance, you still with us?
I'm I'm live full effect today.
I'm live.
I'm fake drunk today, baby. You don't even know.
She got it.
You got it.
Hello. Congratulations.
Should I?
No, we taking him to the head, bro.
Me to the head.
You over here, bro.
All right, cool. Hey,
Lori, to you being our first woman to come through the H.G.R.G program, our alumni. We want to go ahead and give a shout out to you. We're glad you're on the episode to share everything, and let's toast to it.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Salute,
Thank you guys for having me.
Salute.
Woo!
Nice.
Act like that was a shot.
Right. Why does champagne feel like a shot? It shouldn't.
Bubbly.
Nevertheless,
we're gonna have a good time today. That's what we're saying.
That's right.
Know.
Facts.
You already know.
We should put Nori on this. This is Drink Champs.
This is it.
Right.
So, Lori,
Stop.
obviously, we built a rapport with you, we built a relationship with you. We know where you started at, we know where you're at, and obviously, you already before this, when we were getting started, you were telling us an idea you had in mind for every year on what you want to do and how you want to proceed, right? But my thing is, we want to give your backstory and where you started from and what made you decide to come, to H.G.R.G and go from there. Obviously, we have some questions for you.
Right.
We want to give you a chance to expand.
Hold on.
All right, DT.
Hold on. Jerry. That's why I don't even want him on our show no more. He don't even do it right though.
The only reason why he's on the show is because I had technical difficulties with my computer. We back up and running though.
How are we supposed to introduce this young lady to our to H.G.R.G family? Is it like that?
No,
tell me how you want it.
Hey, listen, brother.
How do you want it?
Oh, that's getting it. Okay.
Hey, just Jerry, I want to give you the opportunity to speak to this young lady. I know we were super proud of her.
I'm sorry. You know, I should let everybody, give her flowers before we got into it. I apologize.
That's how you're supposed to speak to a woman. That's how
I
you're supposed
apologize.
to speak to a lady. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I think it's all about me.
Hey, if you don't know how to speak to, I'm gonna tell you. Like you need to be corrected. Hey, listen, just Jerry.
Well, Lori, we appreciate you coming on our show. You are one of the first candidates that we jumped into. We seen you grow. We seen you show your true colors. We seen you go through some battles. We also seen your patience. It takes patience in this real estate, and you're here. You're now walking with the big dogs. I can't wait to hear your story. They can't wait to hear your story. This is going to be a good episode, guys. A start of a brand. It's amazing that you're sitting with us, because a couple months ago you didn't think you were sitting with us.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute, sir.
I'm just going to talk a little bit. That's all, man. I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate your time, and I know I have some computer issues, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you waiting for us.
Though we had some technical difficulties, in my DJ Khaled voice, they don't want us to win, but we're gonna win no matter what, because this is supposed to happen, right? This interview has to happen. We've been waiting for it for a long time. I know you've been waiting for it. Maybe not for the interview, but for this moment. You know what I mean? What we want to say to you before we allow you to, just go ahead and go crazy with what's supposed to be said is, from a lady, from a female perspective, we value that. We appreciate you. We salute you. And then we want you to talk your shit, because, a lot of females ain't where you're at. They don't do what you do. They're not like on that level. They may not have the courage to do that. You know what I'm saying? And they should. They should. So, number one, we salute you. Number two, H.G.R.G alumni, you're ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? From Lance, Jerry, and I, we appreciate you, and we thank you for being our first female interview to H.G.R.G. And then from there, Lance, go ahead. You can ask it whatever question you want, but I just want to make.
I appreciate that. I stand corrected. Now,
you're the host, Lance. You're the host.
Sometimes I get beside myself. I'm like, oh, I got to speak. Forget you two. Straight to Lori. No, it is what it is. That's the dynamic. But Lori, let's take it back. From the beginning. And when I say beginning, I don't mean pre us. I really want to be like right at that cusp, right where you're learning about real estate, and then H.G.R.G comes into your life, right? So where were you at before? Because something made you move in our direction. So were you thinking about real estate beforehand, before you knew about H.G.R.G? Well, what was it like at that point?
Well, born and raised in Rochester. I've been a vet tech for about 10 years now. So I've been in my career for a very long time. I love it. I enjoy it. I've moved up in that position, and I'm kind of at at the ceiling, so I wanted something newer. I wanted more time to myself, more freedom. So prior to even thinking about real estate, I thought about cryptocurrency. I thought about various other things as far as owning my own business. But after trial and error of, looking into researching other fields, real estate was something that I, kind of keyed in on, just because I'm very a hands-on person. I want to make my own schedule. I feel like it's something that I can grow into, and it's never going to get boring. It's always going to be something new, a new challenge. So I settled on real estate, and I, looked into various groups, throughout that time. And then, I got introduced to you guys.
So you were with various groups before you or looked into various groups before you introduced us, correct?
Yeah.
So was there ever any education in real estate that you paid for beforehand, or that you purchased, or that you tried to learn? Was there anything before us?
Yeah, there's a couple. One was, Grant Cardone. I don't know if anyone's heard of him. Probably everyone's heard of him.
No, not here. We never heard of him. Never heard of him.
So, tried that,
Did you say the G word?
Grant Cardone, never heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dibbled and dabbled in that, so.
Hold on real quick. Real quick, guys. Hold on. Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone, you still with us? Just checking. Let me make sure.
Past that, let me ask you this. No shots, right? When you obviously
No. All shots. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, cool. All shots. So, because I'm with my team. My team say it's shots. It's shots. So let me ask you this. When you invested in that, right? What motivated you to do that?
I mean, the biggest thing, and I know myself, procrastination, you'll never get started with anything. So, after I stumbled upon a few things, saw the introduction video, I was like, you know what? Why not? It's not that expensive. Like, let me just invest in myself. So, bam, complete bust for like the first 3 videos that I watched. I was like, where's the info here? So.
Got you. Okay, so then Lance can take from there. But my ultimate question would be, when you get to where you are right now, hindsight being 2020, how do you view your initial investment at your elementary stage at that time, compared to where you are right now? Does that make sense or no?
Yeah, it makes sense. How do I view it? Learning experience, stepping stone. I ain't gonna be perfect.
Let me be a little bit more
direct.
Direct.
Stop playing, brother.
Let me be a little bit more direct. Okay, so what you heard from him that day,
correct,
in comparison to what you learned from H.G.R.G, what's the difference?
I mean, it didn't necessarily motivate me to get started. The few videos that I did watch, I was like wanting more information, and I wasn't getting it. So I kind of felt like at a standstill. So compared to you guys, it's more like, here's the information. What are you going to do with it? I'm like, oh, so it's on me. So I'm like, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the information was just readily available. Was pretty straightforward for the most part. It was just information in my hand. I go through it at my own time, get to it when I need to, assess what I need to assess, and make my adjustments. So it was great.
And then after you got it, was there anybody to ask you, hey, did you get it?
You guys for sure checked in on me numerous of times, via email, via text. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I got my paper plate here, hanging out. Got all these listings,
Okay. That's
right.
Amazing. Lance, go ahead.
Thank you, appreciate it. So, and like DJ said, we're not here to throw shots or anything like that. But the reality is that you've purchased some courses. The biggest name was the Grant Cardone, right? And it's almost like what I always say to everyone. If you watch the podcast, I've been down the YouTube rabbit hole where I get information, and then it comes to a stop. It leaves me empty because I'm like, all right, now what? Just like how you felt. And that's why we created this, and we gave you a team and whatnot. So you got into H.G.R.G, right? Like you said.
Let's keep it. Is that the only person you talk to or invest in?
There is another one that I invested in, and it was a sub-2 group or community basically, and that one I'm with for life. But that one, there was so much information. It was good information. It's information that I'm going to use in the future going forward. I think for me, just starting off in real estate, it was a little overwhelming. And for me, my confidence level just in real estate isn't there yet. I come up knowing myself. I come from a background of, I'm hands-on, 100% hands-on learner. That's what my job background is. Vet tech is strictly a lot hands-on. So coming from that background, I knew I would struggle with that. The information was there, readily available. I had all these resources to utilize, but as far as being that independent, person or having that confidence just to go out there and do it, that was overwhelming to me. So, and another thing with that, it wasn't so loco. It, starts off in Arizona, originated from there, but, they have so many resources, within the state, but, no one's, here in my back door, so it's kind of me having to, be more confident in myself to reach out to grab those resources and put the work in, as far as that goes. But for me, wasn't ready for that type of stuff. So at some point, with you guys' help, going through you guys as a starting point, amazing, because I feel like I'm going to be able to make that next step and to grow, what I want to grow, my own empire.
100%. So I know, because I am closer to Lori than the rest of them, the background, right? And I know my conversation with Lori in the introductory conversation she was super intuitive. Like, I want to know, I'm interested. I'm I want to do this, I want to do that, right? So she was 100% ready to do whatever. And she had already invested in multiple things. I think the way that, Lori, correct me if I'm wrong, when we spoke, it was more so, how does this relate to you today? How do you make this practical? I know you've learned a lot of things because you invested in yourself, right? And you spent real money, right? But my question to you was, though you spent all that money, how do you make everything you learned practical to you today? And I think that's what hit home for you, locally in your situation, for who you are, where you are. And I think that's what kind of changed things. And then when that happened, I feel like that's when you were like, you know what? But correct me if I'm wrong. Please expound on that. I never asked you that, but I think that's what happened.
I mean, again, like you said, practicality is like, I had all the information that I learned, and I saw the ending, but it was like, how do I get started in that? I know I need to raise capital. I know I need to do this. I know I need to do that, but how? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in my situation. I know my situation. Do I necessarily want to start this way and, do it literally singularly by myself, and don't get me wrong, like the substitute group is literally great. Like, they have, meetings every week. Like, it's really phenomenal. But for me working long hours, like, I was having a hard time, catching in with those groups, being involved. So I kind of felt a little bit independent, a little bit alone in a sense, and not as confident. So I needed someone to be like, yo, this is what it is. I'm right here. Call me, let me know. I guess you could say a little bit more intimate conversation or just dialogue, just that rawness essentially, that I just didn't get. You know what I'm saying? So me having a phone conversation with you is better than a screen per se.
Right.
So.
Right. That's fine.
And that's kind of what we implemented. Get on a Zoom call with us. What you see here on the podcast is the same thing that you can get without the cameras, or without the world seeing it. You come here, let's talk about your goals, where you're at now, and what it takes to get to where you want to be. How do we get you in your first property? Or how do we get you your first investment property? What type of investor are you? I mean, we go through all of that with you, so that way we can get you to the goal, right? And speaking of goals, go ahead, just Jared.
The initial conversation was just to analyze the situation we were in. You gave us some timelines. You gave us some bumps that you were going through, and then we said, all right, so let's figure this out to get you to the goal. So that's, I think, is one of the best green conversation that we can have. We analyze your situation. Each situation is different. So just like you said, the community board, they just give you information. Not everybody's the same investor. So you have to pick and choose what you're going through. Here, we kind of sit down with you and go, oh, this is the type of investor you're going.
We modify it to you. Yeah.
Correct. And don't think too small, because the limit, the opportunity is endless.
Right.
So one time you were thinking about wholesaling. Remember that? And then we put you into a situation that you're in now. So that's what's cool that what we bring to the table.
So Lori, what was your situation? So he explains that he knows your situation, DT knows, and as do I. But tell the world, what was your situation that you were in that you gave us?
So my situation, my mom moved to Texas, and me and my brother ended up moving in together because my brother at the time was living with my mother. So since she was moving to Texas, I said, hey, brother, we can live together. So I rented a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, cost me $1,600 a month. So I'm, dishing out money in this house, trying to figure out how I'm going to get to my next step of getting into real estate. So hence why I was like, I got to get some money behind me. So maybe I would try wholesaling essentially. So, so here I am dishing all this money, RG&E, all these things, Carno. I still have all these bills to pay. So I'm struggling with trying to, gain the confidence to jump into this. But again, my money's really tight right now. My brother, hurt himself, so he's not readily able to do much at all, if anything. He's just getting checks just from his injury, so he doesn't really have much. He's got to go through the court process for his business. So that's him. So I'm dishing out everything at this point. So doing much with real estate as far as moving forward, I was at a standstill. Yes, I'm in this great community, but I can't go out and do these things. I don't have that money in my back pocket just to be like, here's $4,000, $5,000 readily. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I was saving money at the time, working up to, hey, maybe I'll buy a house shortly. But let me tell you something, my plan was not great.
and that's the thing. It's having the system, right? Go ahead, DT.
So part of that, right? Because I was very influential in this whole process. That's why I'm going to be a little bit more boisterous. When you initiated the conversation, when we initiated the conversation with H.G.R.G, right? I wanted to hear more of what you already have been through. And then after you explained to me what you've been through, I explained to you what we offer. Right? So you explained to me, and no shade towards nothing else. I'm not saying you're talking negative about nobody, but at the end of the day, I remember saying to you, so it sounds to me like you've gained a lot of information, but you have zero practicality.
Exactly.
How do you make that practical for your, I think I asked you this. I think I said to you, okay, Lori, you said a lot of shit and no, excuse me, a lot of stuff. Right. And all of that makes sense. But how do you make that practical for you? And when I asked you that, I think you paused. Right. And then I was like, okay, now I understand where the disconnect is. Right. So at that point, you were like, tell me how you can make it practical. Basically. You didn't say it in those words, but you were like, okay, if you're saying that, then you tell me how you could make it work for me. Right. So you didn't say it like that, but I understood it like that. So at that point, I told you, okay, this is what we do. Right. This is what H.G.R.G does. We do A, B, C, D, E, D, whatever. And at the end of the conversation, you were like, sounds good.
Let me think about it.
I like what I hear. Let me think on that. And then you thought on that, and then whatever, you got back to us, and then eventually, whatever, it happened. So, I would tell you that, and I'm gonna say this because, I salute ladies, women on the highest level. That is the dopest thing. I'm not saying you coming to listen to what we got to say is the dopest thing. What I'm saying is that you being able to say, this is what I want to do. This is where I'm at. I understand that. I heard you. I listened to you. I kind of like that. And I think I want to go that route. The fact that you do that, salute on the highest level.
Thank you.
But what we also salute is you weren't scared to take another risk. You took a risk
after you took risks before and got burned. Absolutely,
right.
absolutely, just Jerry.
Yeah, 100%.
We salute that you didn't just fold with the first time you went around or the second time you went around. You kept pushing, and that is I don't want to because he's DT is on this women stuff right now, so I'm gonna let him do it. But you just don't see that. You see that, but you don't see that. So we salute that. We salute that 100%. Keep pushing because you're gonna get to greatness, and this is your first step to greatness.
So you explained where you're at in your situation, right?
Hey, hold up, Lance. Let's just do something different right now. Let's just take a little toast.
I knew he was gonna go that. That's why I was right next to me, man. I knew he was coming.
He's trying to get drunk on H.G.R.G right now.
Toast to Lori. Let's take a toast to Lori.
You know, get real litty.
Let's take a toast to Lori. You know what I'm saying? Congrats, man. We salute you.
Yo, just Jerry's real smart.
Thank you.
You're not paying us. I'm not showing your label.
Oh, you know that's not happening.
This dude's mind.
Yeah, you know that's not happening, bro.
This dude's mind.
Swing all he wants to swing. I'm not swinging none of that.
So Lord, so you explained what situation you're in with your brother. Mom moves away.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to save up. You're working your fingers to the bone. You're paying these bills, $1,600 a month, 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. Still have other bills, car payments, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You speak to H.G.R.G. We put a plan together. Tell us more. What happens now that the plan is here? Now that you know how to put in your sweat equity and get your hands on it, like you said, your hands on with learning. Now that you have all this at your fingertips, what happens after that?
I mean, get all the information. I'm looking through it. I'm like, is this it? This is it? This is all I gotta do? It's like, okay. And I'm like, it's gonna be a little tight, but I'm about to make this happen. So, and just going through the information, realizing I'm like, literally the ball's in my court at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I can either make this happen or not make it happen. So the fact that the information was very direct to the point, and it really just had all the resources to get to each step. So it's like step 1, bam, 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 step 20, basically. And then all my choices, balls in my court, what am I going to do with it? So very direct information, helpful information. Taking that first step wasn't too hard. Again, you guys checking in on me, being there. So it was really just a matter of me saying one Saturday, hey, you pick up this phone and get this process started, because I had all the steps right there.
Preach.
And everyone that I talked to, talked wonderfully about you guys, like, oh, so that made me feel very comfortable, because at the end of the day, again, this is my first time dealing with real estate. Like I've been a vet tech for 10 years, very new to me. So the fact that it was a welcoming feeling to everyone that I talked to, saying how much they've worked with you guys and whatnot. So totally made me like very relaxed going into the situation.
Right, absolutely. So, and just to touch on that, because we always say we give you guys our team. So
hold up. I got a whole question. When you say
DT drunk already?
Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm high. When you say this, what does that mean?
This what?
So like the process, when you were like, this is it?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it wasn't like a hard process. It was just like, oh, it was, again, very direct, very straightforward. Like once I analyzed the information and realized what it was, I'm like, this is literally, he's giving me everything that I need to get started. So I don't have to go searching for, mortgage brokers. I don't have to go searching for realtors. I don't need to go searching for, A, B, C, and D, all that information was right there, because you can research something wrong, spend all your time doing and trying to pick and choose. Like that's half the battle right there. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I have this information that I can just, he trusts these people off the muscle, like, and he obviously is helping me and I'm investing in this, like I'm game. Like Let me just pick out of 3 which one I want to use. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you've worked with them, you've validated them for me essentially. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there was no roadblocks. You know, I feel like with the other things I invested into, it was like I had to do a lot of research. I had to go out and find all these things. It's a lot of homework for me for someone that's working, 45 to 55 hours a week, trying to get things done. Like that's a lot of homework, which is stalling a little bit. So the fact that all that was there here locally, that I can reach out to, questions, go to the office, all that information, like was literally key for me. As far as confidence wise, like your confidence in these people that you gifted me with, literally heaven sent. You know what I'm saying? It gave me the confidence to just move right along.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to ask you that.
Right,
because just to make it clear.
Because we're the Google.
Let's be clear.
We're Google for you. You don't have to go search up anything. Everything is there, right? We're H.G.R.G is the Google of real estate in our market. So we have everyone that you need. And, and to speak of it, that was a hurdle that we had at first because we did a soft opening, right? And we wanted to make sure that how do we have our process perfect for, our students, our alumni. And when people would make phone calls at first to the realtor, they're like, H.G.R.G. And they're like Lance, Jerry. Oh, Dan. Okay. We're like, listen, we're H.G.R.G. now. Right. This is the brand that we've come out with. So I know Dan, I know Jerry, but it's H.G.R.G. when we say it. And that was a big thing. Then we'd get calls back like, yeah, they don't know you. I'm like, I'm like, of course they do. And then we call back. So that was a small hurdle, of course, in the bigger picture. But, we wanted the result to be what you just said. When you call and you say H.G.R.G, they're, oh, yeah, absolutely. And they're speaking highly of us because now they know who we are collectively, as a team. So that was a small hurdle for us. And you just reminded me saying that when you make that phone call, you feel validated because we validated them,
Exactly.
So weeded out all the negatives, all the better language fuck ups. So now when they get to you, it's smooth sailing.
It might be worse language.
and let me be clear, it's like all the terminology and all these things. Like I didn't know that readily, calling these people or anything, but the more I work with them, the more I learn like what their jobs are and what they do and how they can help me and assist me in these things. So
right.
It's really just getting into it, and you're gonna learn as you go for sure.
And just Jerry came up with that part of the program where we give details of what everyone's job is.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that expectation.
Yeah.
Oh, I called this person. Did I get this from them? Here's what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
Or what step? Just the steps. What they're supposed to do. Here's the numbers, just everything you get. And that's how we wanted to build it. We wanted to, we always called it plug and play, we just streamline it. So all you literally had to do to take the step was pick up the phone.
Right.
But if you don't pick up the phone, there's nothing that we can do for you.
Right.
You got to pick up the phone.
And to be clear, Lori don't pick up the phone. Lori don't pick up the phone. She don't reach out, and I'm this what we do is we're transparent. She never says, hey, I have a question, hey, what's going on here, or she don't do that. We have to be like, hey Lori, what's the status, where is it at? And then she'll be like, oh, this is what it is, right?
So
because
that's the thing, DT. We're not only going to let you drown by yourself,
right?
We're going to check up. We're going to check if you're swimming
because we care.
Correct. So we're going to say, hey, we didn't hear from you, and none of my guys heard from you. What's going on? Everything's all right with you guys?
That's a huge point, G. Most people, and Lori already has experience, so we're not preaching to her. We preach to our fans. Lori already knows when she signs up for something, nobody says to her, hey, where are you at? What's going on? What's the latest? Where are you? She knows that. We don't have to say that to her. We do, though.
Right.
We check in on Saturday and Sunday. Hey, Lori, what's good? Closing. You know, hey, matter of fact, look, even more. Let me just dance on what we do. After Lori closes, she has her property already. We reach out to Lori. Hey, Lori, cabinets, extra, you know, whatever you got to do. Hey, reach out to us. We got connections. We can help you. You know, discounts. Lori, matter of fact, you say it, Lori. You tell me if I'm lying to you or not.
Not lying. Do not pick up the phone. And that's just a me thing. I'm a very me thing anyway. Me being very independent, it's like one of those things where I don't reach out until I've tried or actually made an effort towards something. Because at the end of the day, anyone that helps me or assists me in anything, like I want to know the value. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I went out and I looked. No. I need help. You know what I'm saying? Right. That makes me value and appreciate your services, your gift, like anything that you give me, like to the fullest. So just again, being new and just in this real estate field, going out and going through the process of knowing what things are, knowing what things cost. So when he says, "Oh, I can get you that for that," I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Yo, thanks." Like, and this is what this is: a family community that that we help one another out.
Can you say that one more time?
Family.
Sorry, because you know why I say that to you? Because I told you that. We told you that, and you still haven't taken advantage of us.
See, so I work from usually 4 days a week, 5 days a week. So on the weekends or whatever day I have free, that's my time to go out. I could just call you and say, I'm not going to do all that, but I want to know the value. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She wants to learn. She wants the war wounds. I get it.
Right.
I don't not to say that I'm gonna buy it, but let me see what everyone else has to offer. Let me see what this is. Let me see what that is, and be like, hey, yo, what's good? Like,
you want to learn. So next time you go through a property, you're like, oh, $2,000 for that.
Yeah,
$1,300 for this.
I need to have some type of perspective of things because I have none of that.
Right.
I don't want to be spoiled with gimme, and I have no background, no appreciation for anything.
Yeah,
that's the options always there.
Yeah, that's the option of the course anyway. So you can learn to feel it, touch it, and then if you do need us, we are not shy from that. We are here screaming, Lori. You like DT. So you want to take another shot? You're gonna take another one?
Hold up, let's do it.
All right. Forward up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, Lori, right now you're still renting and you're in that 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, right?
Yeah.
You're still in that 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom?
Yo, Lance.
I thought you were going back to this.
No. Right now, correct?
Right now, I'm in my.
Wait. Oh, you're in your house.
My house.
Lance, don't curse at her. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're in your house.
My house.
Well, tell me how you got from this 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms that you're renting to now in your property, which is a single family, right?
Crazy.
I got a duplex.
Oh, you got. Oh, I got bad information over here. I'm sorry, guys. So you're not renting. You don't have a single family. You have a duplex. So tell me more. Tell me where we're at right now, please, because inform me, because I don't know what's going on here.
You say you have a duplex?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that?
I mean, I'm gonna live in one side of the unit. It's gonna be owner occupant. So I'm gonna occupy one unit. The other unit I'm just gonna rent out. So basically have majority of my rent being paid and
not rent, mortgage, not rent, mortgage.
Not rent. Yeah, you don't rent no more.
I will be paying the mortgage with the rent that I collect.
Nice.
Lori,
which makes you a what? Hold on real quick, DT. Which makes you a what?
I'm a homeowner.
And it makes you a what?
Investor.
A boss. A
landlord.
I'm not comfortable saying these words yet. This is crazy.
You are a landlord.
You should though. A boss, a homeowner, a landlord, all that.
All these things.
Yeah.
So now you're owner of a property and you started your business at the same time, because now you're gonna have a renter on the other side. Now we're getting into the business part of investing, right? So now, like I tell everyone, they call it my sales pitch, whatever it is. I always ask everyone, and DT, you know where I'm going with this.
What's your biggest bill? What's your biggest bill?
It is your rent. It is your mortgage.
Right.
99 out of 10 times, that is your biggest bill, right? So if you can take that away or take most of it away, what would that do for you? When you're working, like you say, when you're working your fingers to the bone and you get your paycheck and a big portion of that has to go to the mortgage, you know, it hurts. It hurts. So as much as it,
Lance, everything you're saying is real. What is your life? I know you know.
you know.
All right, fellas.
What does your life look like now? Now that you've made the jump to where you are right now, you know, what do you see yourself? What's your view?
No, DT, hold on. I got a quick question, because we're leaving out something huge here.
Oh, my bad.
Right? We're leaving out something huge here.
Oh, my bad.
Lori, let's keep it real with everybody, okay? I want to be honest with everybody. Did you or did you not think you would be in this position in this time frame?
That was my question.
Look at the eyebrow.
Look at her face.
The biggest thing we were talking about, I don't know. What were you?
I mean,
what was the
me
time frame
personally,
you thought?
I think all you guys remember, it was me saying, you know what? I don't think I'm ready. I'm not sure, or I'm waiting to improve my credit. I'm waiting. You guys were just like, I think you should just go now. And I was like, really? And you were like, yeah, just do it. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens, basically.
It doesn't hurt.
Before that, though, how long did you think it was going to take you?
I mean, I was going to at least give myself until the summertime.
Nah, I think you said
absolutely not. You feel like a year or two or something like that, right, fellas?
She said, give me a year to get where I need to get to.
You give me a year, you said. Absolutely. And all three of us are like, what?
I was like, no, you're ready right now.
We're like, what's your credit score? You're like, XYZ. And we're like, what is he saying?
Yeah, definitely
let's
pushed
go.
me off the cliff on that one, because I was like very reserved. I was like, I'm not a perfectionist, but you can say I'm a perfectionist. So I want my stuff to be right. I want the best case scenario for everything, instead of just, you know what, hey, it's all right. It's not the worst thing. It's not the best thing, but you got it. So that motivation that you guys gave me, just and that encouragement at the end of the day, definitely what I needed, just to kind of, turn that key over.
And I don't want to ask you, but I want to ask you, where else would you receive?
Drunk, bro. You over here drinking, man.
I'm drunk as a bitch. Look,
that's what it looked like. It's empty.
I drank this whole bottle for her. The shit's still full though. But
that's the second one.
Oh yeah, my bad. Second one. But what I would say to you is that, we said all that, right? We encourage you. Did we lie?
I mean, I'm here, ain't I?
Woo! That's the way you say it. But let me ask this. Lord, I do want to ask this on a serious note. You thought it would take a year just to get started because you wanted to get right, right? Do you think without H.G.R.G that you'd be sitting in that property right now in that duplex waiting to rent out that other side, doing what you're doing now? Truly.
1,000%, absolutely not.
Got you. And you got there in less than half the time that you thought. Yes or no?
Legit, moved in mid-July.
I remember the conversation with Lori. She was like, yo, if I can be in my own property by June, that would be a dream come true. Like that would be like that was
a fantasy talk.
Right. That was right. That's what I was like, sometime in that time frame.
She shot that shit out there like, yo, if I could do that, oh my God. Like, oh my God.
And that was because your lease was coming up, if I'm correct, right?
Yep.
And we told her. Matter of fact, Laura, what did we tell you?
You don't even gotta tell her because she's in it.
She's there. She knows.
What did we tell you when you said that?
You're like, you can just do it now. Just go ahead. I was like, really? Yeah, you got it.
That's what we
I
said.
was-
The process.
I was like, well, they know, so I'm gonna go ahead and just follow their lead.
Oh my God.
And you know what the reality is here, fellas. You know, and I'm gonna speak to you two. If this didn't work out for Lori, it could have been the other way, and she could have broke us. You know, because we truly put it out there. Hey, you need to do this. Hey, this is how you move. We set everything up from A to Z. She had, like she said, you know, she was focused, had to go, and she moved forward with it. But she moved forward at our cadence, you know, us telling us what to do, you know, and don't be so methodical. You know, let's go ahead and move forward and really push. And she did, you know. So my thing is, with someone like Lori, if she believed in us the way she did, and it took a left turn, meaning that we aren't who we say we are, this could have went bad the other way.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And all it takes is something like that to end all of this.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and I'm definitely glad it worked out. So now you're sitting here, and back to you, Lori. So now you're sitting here in your duplex that you're a proud owner of, right? Almost in the time frame that was your dream time frame, right? And now you're over here running through stores on the weekend, pricing out flooring, and so because we were talking about earlier, you're doing all these things that a real true investor does, right? So now that you have this, what are your goals after this?
I mean, my goals
As an investor.
As an investor, I was trying to figure out like how many houses would I need to actually like, you know, get paid when I'm getting paid now from my employer. So I'm just map that out, about 5 houses. So I'm like,
heavy.
Look at that.
Heavy.
5-year plan. I've always said I wanted like a 5-year plan, like once I got into real estate. How I was gonna make that happen, question mark. But now that I'm with you guys, it's like trying to buy a house every year. Legit.
That's
my goal. If I can do more in a year, great. That's a question mark. But starting off, my goal almost every year.
Don't sell yourself short. We already proved you wrong the first time.
That's
Don't sell yourself short.
I want everyone to take this in. Look at this rubber hands. Look, she ready. Mama.
I'm like this.
But I want everyone to take this in. This is the same Lori that said, let me wait a year just to get my credit where she thought she needed to be.
Right.
So we're still talking 6-7 months down the road before you look at your credit score again.
Right.
Yeah.
Do not wait. You know, do not wait, or schedule and book a call with us. You know, and it's not so much a plug, but if she wouldn't have spoke to us, she may not be where she's at. And she said that earlier, right? So book a call. Let us tell you yes or no. Let us tell you, you know, what you need to modify, what you need to move around, what needs to happen.
Yep.
You know, before you sell yourself short. Now, this is the same Lori, not a year later looking at her credit score, you know, but months later going, you know what, one a year, and I'm replacing this income. You see what I'm saying? And that's the snowball.
Let me give it a little.
Ask you a question real quick, Lori. And this is a serious question. Did you feel pressure? Did we make you do anything that you didn't want? Because that's a big thing. Because we could also give you the portal and then kind of push you into a situation that you don't really want to be. Did we push you into that situation, or did you take your time, but it was a little bit stern to get to that where you need to be?
I mean, honestly, you guys gave me the time that I needed to really just self-analyze myself, to be like, you know, is it them being pushy or them actually believing in me, you know? So sometimes you have to take a step back from yourself and just sit back and just analyze, you know, hey, you know, I had a bunch of different reasons why, you know, I was, you know, questioning, you know, like my credit, we're in a pandemic, you know, all these things, you can make excuses for days, you know what I'm saying? And you will never get anywhere. So at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, I'm going to put my trust in this group. I believe and trust in what they're saying. Again, you guys have done it each yourselves. So it's really just me stepping back, taking that time, just, you know, you guys said, you know, let me know. I know you, again, I've had my own experiences. So I just really had to sit back and have a lot of self-reflection, and just really analyze, you know, what do I want for myself? When is the time to make it happen? And at the end of the day, I just decided, you know what, the time is now. There's no time to wait. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. Something's always gonna come up.
Right.
There's no need to delay, especially when you have a team that's ready to support you, be readily available for you. So best decision of life.
And DT said it earlier. We care, you know, just Jerry, you know, there's no way that we can be pushy, right? Even though he asked that question, but, you know, he understands what answer, you know, is going to come out and what he's looking for. It's not about being pushy because, and once again, I'll be very transparent and I'm going to give you the reality. She already paid us. I don't have to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like that,
we can live the life of Grant Cardone.
right? Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
we could easily, you know, Lori said, you know, take your time when you're ready. Take 10 years, doesn't matter. You paid, you know, and it's not that for us though.
To be clear, Lori, when and I want you to talk, Lori, but when we sent Lori the information, Lori said, "I need some time.
mm-hmm.
I'll reach out when I digest what you gave me, and then at that point, you know, we'll circle back." Hey, we were like, okay, no problem. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Then when she was ready, she reached out. Even until this day, when she closed on her property, we reached out multiple times. Lori, what's good? What's good? What's good? She was like, silence, crickets, cricket. And then when she didn't answer back like 10 times. And then when she had an answer, we were like, Lori, bro, we're trying to figure out what's going on. And then she was like, oh, I got a closing date for this day. Oh, right. So, you know, and we didn't press. We pressed, but we didn't press.
Right.
And the things you don't see, right? Go ahead, Lori. Go ahead.
Yeah, and honestly, and speaking on females, you know, just female experience, you know, from whatever your experience is growing up, you know, for whatever reason, and for me personally, you know, you develop, you know, trust issues of whether or not, you know, is someone really going to keep their word? Is this person just in it for the money? You know, all these things, and the fact that you guys stay consistent, and not that I was being inconsistent, but again, you know, trying to manage, you know, working, doing all this stuff, making sure I'm giving, you know, all my information that I need to give to be, you know, get things done on a timely manner. The fact that you guys were consistent as far as reaching out, checking in, like, I valued that, because that reassured me that, oh my God, you guys are still in it to win it. Regardless if I took 10 days to come back and answer, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that always made me feel good.
Mm.
Even on your closing, we were there. You know?
Yeah. Some shape, form, or fashion, they were like, we gonna try, we gonna be there. I was like, okay, well, I'm walking in now. So
We're Zoom calling, we're doing all kinds of FaceTiming. Yeah, I mean, it's just because we care, you know, and that's what we do. And we're FaceTime. I'm like heading to the beach. This guy's driving. I mean, we're all doing different things at that point, and we're still trying to get on that phone. I'm like, how's everything going? You know what I'm saying? But you know, it just shows the extent. And we do this, you know, not just for Lori, it's everyone that comes through. You know, everyone that comes through, we build a rapport with them, and we have to, you know, because it means a lot to us, you know, because it means a lot to you guys. You know, you're taking a big step, you're trusting us, you know, and you know what, and it means a lot that you put your trust in us. Yep. So you know, and we thank you for that, Lori, for sure.
We spent years. We spent not years, a year, nights, weekends, days. You know, Lance, Jerry, and I. You know, family time, all that stuff for this. You know, and you are the reason. You're one of the reasons why. You know, we did what we did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it means more to us probably than it more means to you. It really does. Like, we value it. So, you know, and obviously you're female too. You know, that's a big thing.
I told you,
he's on the female.
Might as well drink for that.
Might as well drink another one.
And another one.
It's a big thing. Nah, I do it. I do it.
And the reason for that is because obviously behind the scenes, we have a lot of conversations, and we just seen a lot of men.
Yeah.
you know, once again, and we're like, guys, you know, like where are the females at, you know, that are listening, you know, or you know,
Female
into
empowerment.
this course. It's just all men. It's all men. And then Lori came in, and you just had the guts. You had the guts to move forward, and I think that's why DT is so big on it, because he wants to let everybody else know. Listen, women, take a chance.
Big facts.
Take a chance. You know how to run a business. You know, women know how to run. They're very thorough. Very, you know, they're hands-on as well.
My family dynamic changed because my lady decided to become a boss, and that's why I'm so like heavy on it.
It's a fact.
To be honest, Lori, we kind of mentioned your story to another young lady, and because you went all in, she went all in.
Right.
So in some time she's gonna, because she's slowly getting in there. But she is definitely all in because we mentioned Lori, and Lori was a good example of, you may not think you could do it, but you can.
Sure, for sure. Just Jerry, any more questions for Lori at all?
No, just humbly thank you for giving your trust in us. We walked with you. You're looking good in your house.
Hello.
Swag, yeah.
Hello. She like and hi.
And we want you to come back to us with another one next year. We want to talk about it. We want to explain. We want to have a conversation and say, did we help you with the second round, or did you just take on the bull by his head and say, this is what I do. I am an investor now. So we definitely want to update.
So that brings me to another question before DT, I'll let you close it out. We always preach our team. Out of everything, was that not the most vital thing for you, is having the team? I know you touched on it earlier, but you now have the team. So if we all disappear, you still have everything at your fingertips. Do you not?
Correct. I have everything at my fingertips. Literally everything.
So that goes from realtors, that goes from attorneys, that goes from property management.
You know what she's telling you, Lance?
Yeah.
I don't need you, Pa.
I don't need you no more. I don't need you anymore.
Pa.
So she knows that she can set her goals now,
right,
and knows how to move forward. But that was our goal.
That is the game plan.
That's the reason why we created H.G.R.G. 1,000,000%.
Absolutely. DT, you have any more questions for the lovely Lori here?
No, all I can say is, man, I'm super proud of you. God bless your soul. I just want to be a fan. That's all. That's it. That's all I can say.
Well, you're definitely a fan today, sir.
We see you a fan, brother. We see you.
You know why? You know why it's lit? Because I'm close to her. Like, you know, we have family ties. Like, I can't front on the fact that we don't got family ties. So I'm a fan, though. I'm a fan, 100%. When I see her, I don't say nothing about nothing, and I can't. But when I see her really in my eyes, I'm like, God bless you, bro. I'm so happy. I'm so like, I want you to just win. That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Lord, am I lying, Lori?
Not lying.
Hey, if I ever lie, Lori, pull me out. Call me.
I'll call you 1,000%.
Nah.
Somebody get DT a breathalyzer today. You like family. And I just want the world to know.
Do you have anything for us that
you're a woman?
Yeah, you know. My friend.
My friend. Tell everybody how Unc got you a property.
No, but you my friend.
Back to the seriousness. Laura, you have anything that we missed or you want to say to H.G.R.G, to the fans, to the new customers coming in, new students, new clients?
I mean, the biggest thing I just want to emphasize is really just trusting yourself and don't be afraid to reach out for help, you know, for other people. You know, if someone's offering you that hand, you know, take that risk and take it. Invest in yourself. You know, you can invest in any and everything, shoes, clothes, anything, and it's not giving you anything in return. You know what I'm saying? So take that chance to invest in yourself. and trust and just reach out, you know. It's normal. It's life. It's growing pains. Again, I'm enjoying every moment of it. You know, I have my moments, but hey, it is what it is. It's the process, you know. Curl up this pain and it's good. And then I'll have 5 years that I'm planning 5 properties. So I'm ecstatic.
Feels like a life.
I'm gonna be able to replace my 9 to 5 with more freedom, you know, running my own business, like phenomenal. And that's the goal that I wake up with every day and that I work towards every day.
That's fine.
Keep pushing for greatness. You're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Yes.
The help of you guys. Thank you so much, H.G.R.G, like for being there, reaching out.
Salute.
Let's get out of here. I don't know what DT's doing right there. I don't know what that is. But listen, from our mouth to your ears, another one in the books. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, you know, join the H.G.R.G team, and we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah. What they saying? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental's parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines.